for my company since they sent me here. My company is Sotera. We are one of the founding members of Malaysia IoT Consortium. Right, Sotera is actually a chip company, as I mentioned. We make chips for customers. We are part of the Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance invested in us. 6 billion ringgit investment over the last 15 years. It's a lot of money. What we do is actually here. We build the chip. Someone else will design the chip, and then we build the chip for them. Right? For example, Qualcomm will design the Snapdragon, and we can build the chip for them. They don't have factories, but we run the factory. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. It is a pretty high value-added job. 60–70% of the value add in terms of the semiconductor supply chain is actually in wafer fabrication. This is where you build transistors, and individual transistors stand together into a chip. So that's what we do. A transistor is smaller than a flu virus. A flu virus is about 100 nanometers. So a transistor is smaller than that. So to make all these little transistors that stand together and create a chip is complicated. Right? It's basically a series of chemicals and gases that you put them. It's like building high-rise, right? Layer by layer, you build it up. But you do it at a microscopic level. And we are in this part of the world. This is West Malaysia. We are right here next to Penang, about 30 kilometers. It's actually located in Kulim. It's Malaysia's first high-tech industrial park. The space we are in is not that big. It's about 18 kilometers square. There are about 30 high-tech companies in that park, including Intel, Infineon, Solar, Sotera, and a bunch of Japanese companies. There's no typhoon, very stable, no earthquake. Sometimes from the last earthquake in Aceh, we did feel it, but not significant. The whole park has about 20,000 employees, and it's closer to the engineering school like Bandung, right? There's a lot of university around it, so we have good access to engineering talent in that park, and good infrastructure. In terms of worldwide ranking, we rank number 16 in terms of revenue side. But you can see that the gap between number 1 and number 16 is very big. The number 1 guy in Taiwan is 25 billion. But we can still survive because we focus on IoT. Right? So what do? We make chips that go into smartwatches, fingerprint sensors for security, and we make chips for cell phone, right? The drive display. And we also make chips for sensors. So that's what we are very focused in what we're doing. Yeah. Sorry. And again, Sotera is a classic manufacturing facility. We are a factory, right? The company was founded 15 years ago. We are in high-tech industry, no doubt. But we also feel the pressure from IoT, right? We feel that our factory is not smart enough. Right? We still have a lot of inefficiency. We don't see the market fast enough. We don't respond to the market fast enough. Right? And we are not taking advantage of the integration with our suppliers and customers. Right? We don't know our suppliers' inventory situation on a real-time basis, and therefore we are not able to get the best price, and we are not able to respond to our customers' needs fast enough. So those are things that you can solve by IoT, and we are beginning to build it ourselves. Right? So we have started embarking on our journey towards IoT ourselves. One is to use IoT ourselves to improve our factory, smart manufacturing. Right? Number 2 is to start making products for IoT. Because as I say, the next 30 years is going to have 1 trillion sensors. That is a big market. Right? How many people are focusing on sensor market? Not many. So if I prepare myself, invest in the right technology for sensors today, 5 years from now, I'll be a very different company. So that's how we plan, right? You make the action today, but not for tomorrow. Tomorrow you still have to do your usual stuff, but at least you position yourself 5 years from now. So 5 years from now, my sensor technology is ready. I'll be there, right? When the market takes off, I'm right there in front, right, ahead of everyone else. So that's how we plan ahead in the IT industry. Same thing with your career. You have to plan ahead, right? Know what the trend is, and then position yourself, learn the right skills, so that when the thing take off, you're right there. So we started internally the journey of Sierra 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. 1.0 is where we are today, just pure factory. 2.0 is we started to focus on power and IoT. Power, why is it important? Battery is a problem, right? Battery today is a problem for anything. The battery don't last, that's why you need power bank. And then you're not lucky, your cell phone will explode. So battery is a big problem today. Still a big problem, right? Our chip has got so advanced, but battery is not able to keep up. So that's why we want to focus on power. So if I can solve the power problem, I'll be rich, right now. If I can figure out a way to solve the battery problem, your cell phone can last 5 years without charging. What do you think? I'm going to be rich or not? Yes, right? You're going to buy it. So if I can solve the problem, I'm going to be okay. That's why we want to focus on that. And IoT is going to be a huge volume, so I'm going to focus on that one. What is IoT? You break down the IoT device. What is inside? Can anyone tell me? You take any IoT sensor, break it up. What is inside? There is a sensor, right, that interacts with the environment. And there is an MCU, the controller, right, that trying to understand the data, trying to do some processing. And then there is a communication, LoRa or Bluetooth or whatever, right? So three things. So at the chip level, I want to do the three things: the sensors, the MCU, and the communication. So that's what we do, right? And then 3.0 is about building the ecosystem and the marketplace. That's why we did the MyIOTC, because I can't do it myself, because I'm only a chip company. I'm not in the software industry. I'm not doing the board. I don't have application exposure. I don't understand sales and marketing. So then we have to work as a team. We recruited a bunch of private sector companies in different competency, put them together and push IoT market together. Then it makes sense. So that's why we're doing this. The last part is, once we have all these things in place, what should we do? We should go talk to different industries and help them to modernize, upgrade the industry with IoT technology, retail, healthcare, banking, one by one. So the market is huge, right? The whole economy, the whole country will be reinvented by IoT. And if you are an IoT expert, just think about it, right? Are you going to complain about that? No, right? Because you have the core knowledge. You're the only one who knows how to do this. You can help anyone to change the world. So just think about it. The possibility is huge, right? And this is how Malaysia electronic industry looked like for the since 1970. You know, Malaysia, as you know, Penang especially, there are a lot of MNCs. If you go to, has anyone gone to Penang before? It's a small island, beautiful place. Not as beautiful as Bali, but it's okay. It has great food, beach, you know, very friendly people, nice weather. You should go there. And once you touch down at the airport, you see a lot of factories around it, and people like Intel, AMD, Expansion, HP, National Semiconductor, Hitachi, Bosch, Claron, they're all there. But this company has been there for many years, since the 70s. So they chose Malaysia in the beginning because of cheap labor, right? So we did all the assembly work for them, for very simple assembly. And then in the 1980s, we started moving into consumer electronics, TV, audio, DVD machines, that kind of stuff. And then in the 90s, we went into hard disk. Seagate was there, Western Digital was there, HP was there, building motherboards, Intel motherboards there. And then after that, we start moving into higher value add, R&D. Then that's where Sierra was created, into semiconductor, chip design, and chip manufacturing. And then what's next for Malaysia? Right? We are not the first country anymore. We used to be big. With Indonesia labor, we have huge population. You will be more competitive than Malaysia. Vietnam is eating our lunch, right? And Myanmar is opening up. India and Middle East, a lot of countries are opening up. They are cheaper than us. So if I go fight with them on cost, on labor cost, I can never beat them. So I have to move away from standardization, large volume, low cost kind of manufacturing environment to higher value. We fight on brain power. We fight on knowledge, right? So IoT is a space where we think we can make a difference, right? So we started putting the industry together? How do we upgrade ourselves to move into a different space so that we don't compete on labor anymore? So that's the background why, as a country, we want to do this. Now, let me talk a little bit about MyOTC, Malaysia IoT Consortium. I know that's because of the flag issue in issue. So I will not mention too much about Malaysia part, but basically what happened is the IoT Consortium was created in the country when a few manufacturers got together and think that we all have to do something to embrace, the new opportunities from IoT. Otherwise, we'll all die. We'll be killed by someone. Someone hasn't appeared yet. He might be in the audience, but people will be killed, right? If we don't embrace IoT and actively push it and use it ourselves. So then we decided to form this consortium, IoT consortium. There are two objectives. One is we need to change the culture of Malaysians, right? Malaysians like to outsource. I don't think you have that. The problem in Indonesia is not so serious. That's my view. But in Malaysia, it's very serious. We outsource everything. We use a lot of domestic helpers. Right? At home, we don't do housework anymore. We outsource. Right? We outsource. My kids, when they hit problem in the homework, they outsource. To tutors, to parents. They don't do thinking. So a lot, right? You go outside, parking, washing the car, you get somebody else to do it for you. You just don't do it anymore. Right? Even gardening, I plant all the nice flowers, but I don't do the maintenance myself. I let someone else do it. So you outsource everything. Nobody is solving their own problem anymore. So it's a problem. So how do you create a visual maker movement when nobody is willing to make anything? Cannot, right? So you have to create that, you have to change that. That's why we started doing hackathon and encourage young people. I think the old people like me, no hope. Because I just wouldn't do it. They're too old to do also. So maybe the young people, we still have hope. Try to encourage them to solve problems themselves and try to be creative, trying to use different things, improvise, and solve problems. So hackathon, I think, is a good platform where we work with the young people and get them to get excited about solving problems. And all we need to do is train them how to do it and give them the tools and then encourage them to do it. So that's objective number one. We create the maker movement. Number two is basically we want to create a platform, a marketplace where we can aggregate, we can have all these makers come together and interact and share, and also provide services to this group of people who are very smart in IoT, but your friend who is in the retail industry, in the banking industry, in the healthcare industry might not know anything about IoT. So, but if they need to learn about IoT and want to work with us about IoT, then they can come to the marketplace. We can teach them and we can work with them. We can study their business model and encourage them or help them to modernize or to upgrade their business with IoT. So that's the objective of the marketplace. And so this is an example of the hackathon we did in Penang, in Selangor. We did one in Singapore and this year, and now we are in Bandung. We were just talking with her yesterday. Maybe the next one we'll do it in Bali. I think that will be nice. And the marketplace basically is a place where we want people to come and learn, and they can shop, different components, and they can build things together. So it's more than that. It's actually a place where people can come in for consultancy. Right? So we have government agencies who have a problem in smart city, for example, and they come to the marketplace and source for vendors or partners who can help them to solve their problem. So it's not just makers, hackers having fun together. It's actually a business. We are actually providing consultancy and training to traditional industries to help them to upgrade. So that means you can actually provide service as an IoT expert and to help all these businesses to embrace IoT. So basically what it is a place for you to learn. It's like if you use baking as an example, I teach you the recipe, right? How to give a nice cheesecake. You need to know, how much flour to use, how much kind of cheese, how much to eat, how much water, how much milk, and all that. And then let you shop the ingredients, buy the ingredients, try it, and then you actually can start building it. And then if you need manufacturing support, we have a lot of manufacturers in our website that can help you to build the product, mass produce. Right? Because it's very hard to build board by board. But then if you have a factory to support you, then you can build many boards, right? But once you do that, then you can start selling your product on our marketplace as well. And this is what we have done. So we launched it in June, and then now we are here. Then there's another event coming up in September. Next one is so this is a track record. Right now we have 24,000 members, total 2,300 products, and then the run rate is about $50,000 per month. Since January that happens, right? That's pretty good. This is one of my last slides. So I think the objective here really is to engage the digital makers here in Indonesia. This is our first interaction. Really, I think IoT is a big problem. It's a big opportunity as well. Huge opportunity, right? I talk about a trillion sensors out there in the market. We have all sorts of data. We have the capability from technology standpoint, but the challenge is a lot of the businesses are still not aware of it, which is good. If many people know about it, that means no more opportunity, right? If you are the only one who know about it, huge opportunity, right? Now the question is, how do we let them know that we are good and I can help you, right? So where can you help them, right? There are problems everywhere today. Like we all agree in the beginning that the economy is not that great. There's so much problems, right? Around us, so much problem. But the good news is from IoT standpoint, when there is a problem, there's always opportunity because IoT is meant to solve big problems, right? Problems such as food. IoT, how do you apply IoT in agriculture? Soil sensors, environment sensors, right? To improve yield, right? To cut down on chemicals, to cut down on pollution. So things like this, you can use technology to help you to detect problems in the environment and then improve the yield of your crops, right? If you can improve the crops, then you can manage the cost of fertilizer, for example. Then you are in good shape. Food is a big industry. You know why? Yeah, everyone eats, right? So then the thing is, China is coming up. I mean, of course, Indonesia, middle income is going through, but let's look at China. 300 million people, hungry people, rich people. Every year, 150 million Chinese travel all around the world, causing problems. Everywhere, I mean, in Indonesia too, right? We come to Penang stand still because traffic stall, nothing moves. Too many of them, traffic cannot move. So everywhere they go, they create traffic jam, congestion, run out of food, right? So 300 million Chinese today eating. You know how many chicken they eat a year? Just China, 7 billion chicken. In 5 years' time, 14 billion. I don't have chicken in 10 years' time. You know, I tell you the problem, durian. Durian is the best durian, in my opinion, from Penang. So that's one reason you should go to Penang. Try the durian. Best durian is in Penang. But this year, from Penang, I'm from Penang, I did manage to eat the Musang King. Musang King is the king of durian, the best durian from Penang. This year, I didn't get to eat a single one. No chance. All booked by Chinese. That bought the orchard, the whole durian. So everything goes to China. So no more durian. It's a problem. Food is a problem. So how do you improve yield? Right? How do you create more? If you are thinking about future, IoT, especially in agriculture, guaranteed to make money. If you don't make money, your children will make money. Trust me.